In the equity quadrant, all three major indices rallied, but the Nasdaq was really the biggest beneficiary of the ceasefire between the US and China in the trade war that has been going on, that has hit technology stocks quite a bit, especially lately, as it seemed like the trade war was going to escalate. President Trump threatening cell phone tariffs and threatening to take the 10% tariffs on 200 billion of current Chinese goods coming into the US and bump that up to 25%. That ceasefire really affected the equities overall, but the Nasdaq, again, more specifically, as stocks like Apple, Qualcomm benefited from the new tariffs not affecting them. And again, the tariffs from 10% to 25% would have affected technology more so than all the other stocks indices combined. So looking at it from that perspective, the rally we saw early, Nasdaq was the strongest, remained the strongest in toward the end of the day, although all three indices sold off as the session moved on and people realized this is a 90-day non-escalation. It's not a reversal of anything. It certainly is not a concrete deal. As a matter of fact, this agreement could be called fluid. The 90-day term is a bit troublesome for equities, and it's part of the reason that stocks sold off in toward the end of the day, still keeping their gains, with the Nasdaq up around 1%, the S&P up a little less than that, and the Dow up even a little bit less than that, closer to 0.75% on the Dow. But it is troublesome, especially for tech stocks, as they all guided down, referencing trade in the last earnings season, this particular moratorium not being permanent, being more fluid, based on China working on the alleged intellectual property theft that has been the biggest proponent of the trade war in the first place. If they don't get that done, these tariffs certainly could go back into effect in terms of the escalation. So it's a little bit troubling for tech stocks, but we did maintain about a 1% gain in the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq remains in between moving averages right now. Nasdaq is the only of the three major indices have not gotten back above the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. Nasdaq today got above the 50 and it did hold, but it stayed below the 200-day moving average. So even though it was the winner today, if you had to look overall, it's the weakest of the three because it's not above that key moving average yet.